Hey guys, day 2. I'm level 93 / played / deaths. Died a couple times. Reflect and a detonate dead box and screwing around and stuff, but I shouldn't be dying that much from now on. So I played for about a day and my ES went up a little bit because 5k, which is unacceptable. So let me show you the changes and play map. Typical maps I've done today were like 75, 76, 77s. So big changes, I use crit strikes. I'll talk about that in the map. And I think the rest of the stuff is still pretty good. I evolved this and got the bad outcomes, lower qualities. What are the big things I did? I switched the damage flask to basalt. You basically need bleed, freeze, and shock as the suffixes, and a move speed flask. So you're stuck with like 3 flasks that you have to roll. Instead of using the base burgers, I use the sorcerer's gloves to get that ES, that juicy ES. I found that, let me show you my deep, 65k. It was shooting to like 94 with like 5k ES. I'm pretty sure I could have hit like above 100k, but you don't need that much deeps. Like I don't even need this much. It's a bit high. So I got like a level 21 wrath as well. And you know, link the other stuff with auras and maybe a ball haste, get a cast when damage taken. And there was one more thing. Oh yeah, you can use Frostwall if you want. I don't actually need it on bosses, but it helps a little bit. If you want to run a Vault Power Siphon, you can. So that's that. Let me show you the gear I changed for the expensive stuff. So I like put in Exalteds for Energy Shield. That's how I got Yes, along with the gloves. Got Energy Shield on this. And then this one I Scour suffixed. I like remove the suffixes with a Haku and use a scouring on it afterwards to remove the suffixes. And then I got resistances, so I got pretty lucky with that. So now my resistances are like somewhat capped. And let me show you the tree. Energy from within, damages, resist, damages, damage and resist, damage. So basically, I spec down to here because you need to have Vinkdars up, and this is really important for that. This helps so much. Spec into aura nodes because they give decent damage for the investment, and I also need like reduced mana reservation. That combined with the mana you get from these nodes puts you at decent unreserved mana. Kinetic blast is 60, so I can fire 3 times with my mana regen 35. It's not that bad with some leech, so don't miss too much. And I spec'd in the pierce nodes on this side. It's actually pretty nice. I think you should drop damage to spec into that. Obviously my points are a little stretched right now, even at level 93, so this build's kind of meh. I don't know, I don't have enough defenses, I feel. Spec'd out of here. I spec'd out of the crit, as you can see, because I'm using crit strikes instead of faster attacks. So let me just run the map, and then I'll talk about why I use crit strikes instead of faster. They're both pretty comparable. You can use either. I prefer crits because you want the guaranteed, I guess, but faster is pretty good too. And if you do crit strikes in the chest piece, you want to spec out of crit on the tree as much as possible. Right now I'm hitting 74.23 with full charges, which is 5, so I spec'd out of a power charge as well. Now, that puts me at what, like 90, around 95 crit chance. Some are close to around there, which is good enough for critting. And the other part is you want to get the pierce nodes for like deeper packs. It lags a little bit, but it's whatever. The pierce is really good, especially if you're trying to hit like packs that are like more than 2 or 3 monsters deep. 50 pierce is just not good enough, and 100 pierce feels real good. You don't have to do it. I don't know if it's worth like the 8 points or whatever, but it should be okay. So pierce feels really good to me. I would drop as much deeps as possible to get pierce. I guess I'll show you my deeps. With everything up, it goes to like 180k with Instruments of Virtue on the Vol Haste. But normally, let me show you with just charges, nothing else. I have 116. With flask, I have 140. And then let me show you with the Vol Haste 180 or whatever. Instruments of Virtue Vol Haste is 180. But if I drop the Instruments of Virtue, it was 162. So it ranges between like whatever 100-ish to like 180-ish, somewhere around there. I mean, at this point, it doesn't actually matter. I think you could do fine with just 60k deeps. Your damage is just totally overkill with this kind of setup. So I need to spec into more ES later, but I don't know. I might just get the straight up jewels instead of the energy shield. So that's what the character's at right now. I don't feel comfortable with this ES. Overall, this character not feeling too good right now. The AoE is really nice. Everything else is kind of questionable. Defenses are really questionable, but I'll keep you updated on how it's going and what I think about it. So look forward to those videos. If you have any questions, feel free to ask below. See you guys next time.